Wade. Where's Wade? Is he okay?
Wade's completely fine?
Hey, somebody's taking old JONI.
Would you relax? Stevie, what's going on with you?
Hanson, remind me where we are?
Some town near Lima, Ohio. The car wouldn't start. If you were wondering what you're doing, still sleeping at 11 in the afternoon.
It's still morning. Don't you try and pull that shit on me.
I figure we tack on another night, just so we have somewhere to kick back while Wade resuscitates the old girl. There's not much to see for miles, in all directions.
Not much to see in this room, either.
This is better. Trust me.
We were supposed to get into trouble today.
Still can.
The town.
I know.
You're not mad?
Why would I be mad?
You're stuck and... Help me out here.
It's the side of the highway. I literally don't know.
The state of Ohio. That's bad enough. While chasing ghosts. The non-metaphor kind. You didn't even want to come in the first place.
Okay, I am a little mad. You've convinced me. Lay it all out like that?
No, I can tell. Just thought we could get this out of the way early, so you're not sniping at me all day, that way you do. This coffee for me?
Yeah, go ahead. What way?
You're kind of a grump, Hanson. You do know that, right? I'm not hurting your feelings when I say that.
Well, if grump is an insult, what way?
You'll sit there and stew, and then you'll take it out on me.
What? Come on. I don't do that. I don't really know how you can say that, Stevie. We don't know each other that well.
That's not true. We hung out a lot in first year, Hanson, outside of school.
It was like 6 months. Tops.
7, full of long days. We've been on the road. We've been in shitty motels, just like this one. We worked through winter break that year. You're stoic sometimes, not all the time. And that's when I wish you were. I've seen you turn on me quick.
Turn on you? I never did anything but help you. All those times you needed my car, or you needed my gear?
Okay, man. Yeah, and I'm grateful for it. We cranked out some good stories for a few papers.
Yeah, some.
But I'm just pointing out, you make a big stink about things. And it always ended up with me sitting there just having to, I don't know, grit through it. Tiptoe around you.
Well, why didn't you say anything then?
I was a first-year student.
That doesn't mean anything. You're not the kind of person to just button up. You've always said what you're thinking, whether the rest of us are ready for it or not.
Thought we didn't know each other that well.
Stevie, do you want, like, an apology from me? What are you fishing for?
No, it's not a big deal. Just an observation, that's all. You just said we were kind of like strangers.
That's not what I said.
It rubbed me the wrong way, or something. This is total deja vu. We've just been here before.
Maybe you're forgetting that we didn't talk for a while. Not until you showed up at the school with Dottie's tapes. And maybe you don't realize we're still only talking because of this thing with your aunt.
Here I thought we were friends.
We're friendly.
Wow, okay. Threw that right back in my face. Golly.
Golly?
Yeah, golly, you fucker.
I'm not trying to be mean about it. I had boundaries.
Boundaries, huh?
What are you implying?
Nothing.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Out for a smoke?
Well, I want one too. Wait for me.
Where are you going?
I gotta put on a shirt.
It's just the parking lot, Steve. And I'm pretty sure we're the only ones at the motel. Don't go putting on airs on my account. That's the same shirt.
Why did you try to fail me in first year, Hanson?
You know exactly why.
No, not exactly. Not really, even. I was a good student. Well, I was fine. But I aced that final assignment. Dr. Jansen agreed with me, and that's the only reason I didn't flunk out. I almost had to repeat the year, dude.
It was an ethics class. Maybe I thought you needed it.
To do what?
To grow up a little.
The fuck? You were mad at me and you wanted to what? Send a message? That's not okay.
What do you think I was mad at you about?
Beats me. You stopped talking to me. You never returned my calls. You hid in your stupid little office. So yeah, I'm puzzled. I've been puzzled, and if I'm honest, a little bitter about it. Who wouldn't be?
You remember the last story we worked on together, right?
Sure. Kind of.
How could you not?
It was a good article. I remember that.
No, it wasn't.
The guy was a creep, Hanson. A predator. It was brazen.
Yeah, agreed. That wasn't the issue.
So what are you bitching about then?
I asked you to do one thing for me. I said wait. It wasn't ready.
So I didn't listen to you. Did that hurt your feelings, Hanson?
Fuck you.
We did our homework. It was bulletproof. The facts were right.
Facts weren't everything.
The story needed to come out. If we'd done what you said and shelved it, he'd still be there teaching econ at the university. I don't regret it at all.
A woman lost her job for speaking up. It was her words. We used her words. They fired her ass. Do you remember that? Or did that get lost in the shuffle?
The university did that.
But I fucking knew her, okay? I knew Claire. She stuck out her neck for me. We wouldn't have a story at all if she didn't come to me with it.
And we almost didn't have a story because she waffled. 2 steps before the photo finish, she couldn't make up her mind about going through with it.
For good reason.
She wasn't the only victim, Hanson. You know how hard I worked on that article. It only got harder every time I came back with tape from another girl, and another, and another. They were younger than I was in first year.
You got way too close to your subjects, Stevie.
And you didn't?
No, it's not the same. Me and Claire...
Old flames, right? Yeah, I knew.
The story didn't work. I wasn't telling you to hold off because she was making me. Claire never said she didn't want the story coming out.
She just didn't want to be named.
Which was reasonable.
Not if that's what sinks the entire thing.
It happens. That's the biz.
We were depending on her. Your editor at The Observer wouldn't run it with anonymous sources.
Because it'd make them look like a goddamn gossip rag.
Either way, it was going nowhere. They were gonna smother and bury it. I couldn't let that happen.
You rescued it. In your eyes. So I have this straight.
Yeah, I did.
You went full nuclear.
I kept her name out of it.
Doesn't matter. They figured out it was Claire a day after the article hit. We hung her out to dry.
I don't feel good about that. But it was the move. Our article started an investigation. They cleaned house. The good guys won.
You left a trail of bodies.
Just one.
Maybe it's Wade.
What?
Maybe it's Wade.
Hello? Hello?
What was that?
Nobody there. Can we go have a smoke now?
You were so afraid that Claire would give up, that she'd just let things be.
Yeah, Hanson. That's me. I fight. I scratch and I claw and I drag myself through the muck. Is that so bad?
Not on principle, no. But you lose sight of things. You run people ragged. Lose them along the way. But, oh well, you get what you want.
That's right. If it's worth doing.
You're destructive. You're beyond chaotic, Stevie.
Guess we're past holding back now.
What are you hoping to find in trouble?
You can't ask me that.
Why not?
Because anything I say, you'll belittle me. I know, this is beneath you.
It's not. I mean, it didn't start that way. You were looking for a missing family member. Now you're trying to save her from the forces of evil? Stevie.
You just said...
Sorry. You're right.
If you hate this so much, why are you helping me?
If it wasn't for Wade, I wouldn't have come, Stevie. That's the truth.
Jesus. After everything that's happened, you're saying you need a little more convincing?
I'm saying it's not my problem.
Then there's the door. I release you from your burden, Hanson.
I'm paying for the motel room.
You made it your problem. You kept showing up when—
You called me? Worried that you were about to get chopped into bits and fed to COLTRICIA's cats? Yeah, I showed up. Guess why?
Bet you wouldn't have a year ago. Suddenly you're concerned about me. Stevie, are you okay? Are you okay, Stevie? What is that? I'm not a little kid, dude.
I want to know if you're in pain or if you're dying. So yeah, I'm gonna ask if you're alright. That's kind of how the English language works.
Why did you help me so much back in first year?
It was my job.
If you say it just like that, it's almost convincing.
I have no idea where this is going.
Lots of 20-year-olds coming through the journalism program.
Hey, don't.
Come on. All those late nights in your office.
Now I know you're just trying to get a rise out of me. You were there too. It was never a question. What's with you today?
When we blew up, you mad at me, you found yourself a new first year to follow around. It made me think.
That didn't happen. You're misremembering. Or you're lying for some reason.
Hello?
I can tell something's wrong.
Stevie, you are beyond chaotic. You let me consume you. Speak up, darling.
Sorry. What were we?
Let's get some air. It's hot as hell in here. I really need a cigarette.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
It doesn't matter. Can we go?
You answer it.
It's probably no one again.
Hanson, it could be Donna.
Ooh, what if it's Dotty?
Shut the fuck up.
Hello? Nada.
Wait. Hello? Donna, is that you? I can't hear you.
Stephanie,
You cannot stop moving.
you followed in my footsteps. Quite literally.
People leave all the time, sometimes not even saying goodbye.
It means the world to me.
To me.
To be remembered.
I was just staring into nothing,
live on.
rotting from the inside.
I'm not here. I'm on a train.
Stevie.
You're a fucking burnout.
Excuse me?
Yeah. You've got nothing better to do. That's the real reason why you're here.
Alright. I'm done with you. Like, really done.
And you're a coward.
Get out of my way.
Make me.
There's something wrong with you.
They thought Aunt Dotty was crazy too.
Stevie, you should sit down.
Wait. Hanson, no, don't leave.
I'm not.
Don't let me fall asleep.
What's happening?
I don't know which day I'll awake. Memories, like dreams. I'm just trying to find a place to hide.
It's this room. We have to leave, Stevie.
She won't let us.
Who won't?
I heard her on the phone. She said that I was hers.
Nah. Fuck that. We're going. Sit on the curb, Stevie.
I'm okay, Hanson. I'm okay. Hey, the things I said in there, you're not a burnout or a failure.
Who said failure?
Maybe I just thought it.
Oh,
Point is, you're not.
maybe a little. Not rehashing the argument in any way here, but when you took that story about the scandal to Ulysses magazine, you know, because they didn't care about anonymous sources, my editor at The Observer thought that I told you to shop the story. He never gave us an advance anyway, that asshole. He phoned me up to scream at me.
No.
Yeah, and me and him were friends. Had been. I was unhireable after. Small town like Vancouver.
That doesn't make sense. I don't know what to tell you. I was still putting out work after that. You never told him it was me. Shit, Hanson.
It was a good story. Someone had to do it. Someone had to care enough to do it.
Yeah.
Didn't really like how it ended, but it was good reporting. Some of the best we've ever done. I liked working with you. That's why I was helping you. Why I still am.
Thanks, Hanson. And me too. I'm glad you're here, for what it's worth.
We're not friends, though. You wounded me.
What did Claire ever say about how everything shook out?
Nothing. At least to me. She left town. I wish she did say something. All I can do is think about her and wonder. And I think about her a lot.
Another one of our ghosts, I guess. I mean, the reason why I think I'm so obsessed with needing to save Dotty Colleran is that it's...
Here he is, our hero. What were you saying?
I'll tell you later.
Back from the dead, boys and girls, the Lady JONI. The one and only. Shut up and listen to her sing. Thought I'd celebrate her return with a bunch of cold ones. Beers. Not.
We know.
Now he's my hero.
Unless we're planning on getting right back on the road. By my calculations, think we can still make it to Trouble by nightfall.
No. Give me one of those.
It's been a long day.
What the hell did you guys do all day? At least you had working AC in there. Stevie, mind grabbing us lawn chairs from the back?
Yeah, Wade.
Thanks, babe.
Might want a room change, but we are paid up for another night.
Sorry about the costs, man. I know this was another spanner in the works. Lots of those this trip.
Enough to start a collection.
Yeah! The hell is a spanner?
I don't know, man.
Guess the universe is just telling us to slow down just a touch.
It's good to see you.
You too, my man.
Hanson. Cigarette? Now?
Yeah, and yeah.
Glad you're back, Wade. Things got a little heated in there.
How did you two ever get anything done without me?
That's the neat thing. We didn't.
You might still be palling around with COLTRICIA if it weren't for me.
I'm dying to meet that lady.
Don't say that.
I just think she sounds bad. To more days like these, eh?
Where are you, Stevie?
Around. Somewhere. Sometime.
Well, come back down to earth. Beer's getting warm.
You're quiet. For once today.
Just taking it all in.
It's not much.
It means the world to me.
Saw some concert posters around town. Maybe if we're not plastered by tonight, we could swing by and check them out. I've actually heard of these guys.
Tell us about him, Wade.
I get into it, I'll talk into next week. Then we'll never get to West Virginia.
Do me a favor and forget about trouble. At least for today. Wade, Where's Wade? Is he okay?